Well, hello there, brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors and family. I've been talking to some of my friends, and through this past year, because of the forced isolation, some people's fears and stoked by the drama queen media and some of the misinformation about the strength of our immune systems, and let's just say lies about the potency of certain flus from China. We won't get into the silliness of that, but I just wanted to say you are not alone. None of us is really ever alone. And I hope that I can reach out and remind some of you that you're just never alone. You can always talk to God. You can always crack open that Bible and let His holy words flow over you. Don't fall for the lies. It's not stories made up by people. It's the Word of God. It's living. It flows. The more you read it, the more you understand the world around you. I like to say the Bible is mankind's owner's manual, operating manual. So, look, we need to get outside. We need to go for walks. I've been doing this all along. I'm blessed to live in a place that's not too wound up about it all. Some people are, of course. Some people get mesmerized by watching all the television scare shows, constantly filling their minds with negativity. Then they become negative. You need to read. You need to get new and interesting things, hobbies, things to learn, groups. There's so many groups that you can meet up with and do Zoom calls and talk to people, like-minded people. I'm looking into permaculture, which is a type of farming. It's farming. It's like homesteading. It's a balanced approach where you, well, I'm not going to make this a permaculture lesson either, but there's just different things you can learn about. I've always liked gardening and growing my own herbs in my house. When I've had apartments where I can do it, I will garden out in the yard, grow vegetables and flowers because, yes, the vegetables will feed your stomach and enrich your body. The flowers can feed your eyes and enrich your soul. So, you need to balance all this stuff. And if you don't have a yard where you can do that, but see, it's very important, you can still do it. You can grow plants in your house. I have a lot of plants in my house. It's great for the air. But again, visually, you walk into a room with plants and there's living things all around you. And you need to tend to them and you help them. You nurture them. And they nurture us in a different way. So, praying, opening your mind to God, inviting Jesus in here. So Holy Spirit's living in me. I haven't been alone through any of this. I live by myself. I have a cat. That's a foolish thing, but he's great. He's a great cat. And people who don't like cats probably don't treat them right. You can't scare them every time you walk into the room and expect they're going to be glad to see you. They're more like people than dogs. Dogs want to, be, and I love dogs too, but you can't think they're the same. They're not. They're totally different creatures. And they have different, even amongst, each dog is a little different. Each person is different. Each cat is different. But they definitely form a part of their personality based on how you treat them. And like I said, you couldn't treat a person like that, walk into the room and scare them every time. And I see people do that to their cats. And then they wonder why cats are intelligent. They'll do things to get even if you mistreat them. You find the turd in your shoe in the morning. Oh, gee, I guess that was an accident. Well, don't be mean to them. It's another of God's creatures, and we're supposed to treat them with kindness. Mankind, come on. Don't be a tyrant and then get mad when you have to do what tyrants tell you to do. Don't be a bully. Sometimes we bully our pets because, they're always going to rely on us for food, so they're always going to come up to us and rub up against us and try to get our attention. And if you can bully them, maybe your boss bullies you, but you can't do any bullying back or you'll get fired, but you come home and you mistreat the animals in your house. Or, worse yet, your kids. Don't do that. Be kind. There's a reason there's a kind after man. Be kind. And yes, man means men and women. And if you expect me to say men and women every time, I'm talking about man as a race, the race of mankind. By the way, there's only one race, mankind. Hey, I don't make up the rules. When you get your own planet, you can make up your own rules. But we're a guest here. We got to follow the rules. And God said, He made mankind. He said there's nations in the race of mankind. Human race, mankind, men and women, okay? Don't buy into the subdividing. This side hates that side because they're different. It's all been part of the evil game, and let's not fall for that. I have an old friend of mine stopping by today, and he's going to tell you something too. This is a wonderful thing. I was in sort of elementary school, middle school, when Ronald Reagan was president. So, I didn't pay a lot of attention to him. I kind of liked him. And he said, if we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. And that's just part. He was a goodly, godly man. And he loved these United States of America. That was part of a speech, and some of the rest of it's pretty interesting. He said, without God, there's no virtue because there's no prompting of the conscience. Without God, there's a coarsening of the society. Without God, democracy will not and cannot long endure. If we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. And that was President Ronald Reagan, August 23rd, 1984. There's an interesting year. 1984. And I just happened to want to read this quote. Look, we're living 1984 right now with the doublespeak and the mind police and the, you know, they tried to do it. They tried to do it last year and this year, and luckily President Trump and the white hats, the good guys, are rounding them up and getting them finished. Their reign of terror on our planet is done, and we need to learn how to welcome back the tunnel children, and we need to teach them about mankind. And we need to, once they're healed, the ones that can survive, some never saw the sunlight and now they're being healed. And when the med beds roll out for the rest of us, that's just the beginning of the changes. So get ready. But for now, you're not alone. Keep coming by to visit good old hiking druid. And, I'm posting these all over the place now. It's on YouTube. I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it on BitChute, Rumble. There's one called YouTube, UGE. Maybe it's huge tube. UGE tube. There's another one. They've been axing seekers of truth, light warriors for God, conservatives, patriots. They've been chopping them down, throwing them out of all kinds of different things like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, and it's just we're free, okay? So there's other platforms opening up. Go and seek your kind. Surround yourself with uplifting, positive people. Seek them out. And then if you can find them, like I mentioned, permaculture and farming, surround yourself and hike. I like to hike, and I love the outdoors, and I'm a writer, a musician. So surround yourself with people that have common interests with you. And if you think you're alone and bored, you're just not looking around. There's so many different places. BitChute, BitChute. There's one. Rumble, there's another. YouTube, if you're still allowed to go on there, if you haven't been naughty for speaking the truth. Facebook has groups too that you have to take the active steps in your own rescue. Herbalife has taught me that. Herbalife is a worldwide nutrition company. I'm a health coach, and with Herbalife, so I help people with their weight challenges, their weight goals. I'm helping people gain weight. I'm helping people lose weight. I'm helping people with their energy, heart issues, balancing their energy flow and their nutrition, their positivity. When you feel good, when you're getting the right nutrition, you feel good. And so, there's groups about those kinds of things, that I make sure I tap into that on a steady basis, and then I find out who the public speakers are. There's Jim Rohn, there's Mark Hughes, who founded Herbalife, and I go and I, on YouTube and all those other ones that I mentioned, Rumble, BitChute, HugeTube. MeWe is like Facebook. Me, MEWE, MeWe. That's like Facebook. Then there's USA. What's that one? There's a USA social media. USA, but it's dot something else. Hang on, I'll go look. Yeah, so that one is USA dot life, Life. And it's just USA, no periods after the letters. But it's USA dot life. There's one that's tends to be more a little conservative, sort of Christian, but you don't have to be Christian, but it tends to be more like that, family oriented. That's a sort of like Facebook, and of course, Parlor.com is back up. So there's a great place if you're a little more conservative. You don't have to be, but if you are, it's a great place since Facebook's been hacking everybody down, chopping them down. That speaks any conservative truth whatsoever. Okay, maybe I'm being dramatic, but it is dramatic when you've built a platform and they just cut you out because they don't like your opinion. And how do you fact check someone's opinion? It's, your truth is your truth. And we are supposed to have freedom of speech. It's a God-given right that's spelled out in our great Constitution of these United States of America. And if you chase God out of the public space, as President Reagan had said, if you forget that you're a nation under God, you'll soon be gone under. And we see the results of 20, 30 years of banning God from school. They should be studying the Bible in schools. Yes, it's our owner's manual. At least teach the kids who Jesus was and who he is. You can teach them all the different world faiths, because we need to understand each other better. We're not each other's enemies. We're brothers and sisters, or at least cousins. All of us, and that's whether you follow the Bible or you follow the theory of evolution. We'd still all be brothers and sisters or distant cousins. Even if you follow the fake theory of evolution. I mean the theory of evolution. Look, it's an opinion, you know what they say about everyone having opinions, right? There's something else we all have too, and a lot of them stink and a lot of them don't, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So you're not alone. You are well loved. You are a child of the Most High God. Now, you can run with that, and you can get, supernatural hugs, and you can help heal people, and you can chase demons out, just like Jesus said we're supposed to, and you can heal. You can feed the hungry. You can clothe the naked. All these things that God said we're supposed to do. There's so many people that need all those things and more. Be of service to others. You're not alone. So, I hope that lifted you up a little bit, put a little zip in your get along, as my grandpa used to say. Zip in your get along. Okay, so remember, there's to seek out other people. You can do that on the internet, but and you can do that non-virtually or in real life. You can go out and meet people. Yes, 17 states right now have no mask mandates. South Dakota never had one. Switzerland, after President Trump just went to visit a couple days ago, Switzerland said they're getting rid of their mask mandate. Isn't that interesting? President Trump also showed up on Air Force One. Well, I guess that was so nice of President Biden to lend him his airplane that he's never been on. Oh, Hollyweird. You have a nice set, by the way. It's a little flawed, but you're getting it a little better. And, um, you know. Oh, and when your faux president, as a lot of the countries in the world are calling Pervy Joe, as he is signing his fake mandates, maybe you should have words on the paper. Just, get your prop department to do that at your Amazon studio. Rob Reiner, old meathead, he expects a little higher quality in his production studio. Yeah, funny. So have you ever seen a fence around the Capitol and the White House with razor wire on it before? Have you ever seen a president get locked out of the White House? Have you ever seen children coming out of the White House and getting into black window vans? Doesn't that strike you as odd? And then Switzerland, a day after President Trump stops by, says no more masks. We're saving our children, and then the mainstream media says no, that's just anything they don't like, any truth they don't want to speak about. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, we're saving thousands upon thousands upon thousands of children from virtually slavery and sometimes definite slavery and pedophile rings and worse, torture. That's why God is going to win this. Don't mess with the children. These people, the evil ones, were so evil. I think they lost touch with their souls. You can be forgiven of many, many sins, but causing harm to our little ones, you're doomed. And we're going to change the world now, and it's going to get better and better. But there's been this pain. There's been this pain. It's called 60 million babies murdered since 1974 just through abortions. That's not even talking about the ones in the sex trades, in the torture chambers, in the tunnels. That's not even counting them. There had to be this pain. There had to be this it's payback. It's as a nation, we allowed it to happen. Though a lot of us didn't like it, but we didn't stop it. But we're stopping it now. No more murdering kids. No, it's not your right to murder kids. It's not. And if you have had an abortion, you can still you're still a child of God, and we love you. That's not what this is about. This is about not killing any more babies. It's not about being hateful towards people that were tricked, talked, convinced that they were doing something that was noble. Oh, defending the rights of their own body. Now, you have a right to your own body, of course. We're all sovereign mankind. Each one of us has the free will because we're children of the Most High God. But the Most High God, our Papa, says, do no harm. Do no harm. And if you rip a baby out of yourself, you've done some harm. But a lot of people were fooled because they had made up this term that it's not a baby. It's just a viable tissue mass. Isn't that a disgusting thing they call a baby? Oh boy, we were so fooled. We've been lied to about a lot of more stuff, and it's going to all come out, but it's okay. And I'm just saying you're well loved, and you're not alone. So, you chew on that. We are, in the end, this is good versus evil. The parties, no. 2 peas in a pod. It's all been to set up as a big drama queen thing from the the media drama queen machine. And I heard this interesting thing too. I'll try to think who said it. That if you watch the mainstream media, which is everything from ABC, NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, I said that one, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, there I said it, all of those guys. Fox 50-50. Depends what day it is. It's no different than when the people watched Pravda in the Soviet Union. They all toe the party line. That's all they will do. They'll toe the party line. They're out to destroy any difference of opinion. And the social media is doing the same thing because it's all part of that mainstream media. The elitist, leftist actors, of which they are not all. They are not all. There are conservative ones, but they have to stay in the closet for fear of being blackballed and chased out of the industry. There's a few that talk. You can see what happened to them. But so you need to remember that you are never really alone, but you have to take part in your own rescue. It's a good thing to remember that you can always ask God for help. And if you don't feel comfortable asking God for help, well, you should get comfortable just by praying to Him more. But you can also talk to family, talk to neighbors, talk to friends, and find those groups like I told you. So I want you to know I love you, even if we've never met. Say hi. Say hi on one of those platforms where I'll post this video. Just say hi. We'll talk. We can talk. Maybe Facebook message or something like that, or in the just back and forth in the comment sections of these different platforms. So you're not really alone. There's more ways to find people that you have in common with now than there's ever been. This is one of the amazing things that, what do you call it? Lockdown or isolation or forced mandates, that they've actually taught us how to seek out our own kind better. So if you love nature, farming, wellness, let's see. These are the things that I'll be talking about. Poetry. I'm going to be reading more of my poems. The rhythms of God's nature. That nature is just a part of God. That Jesus is the Christ, and He's alive, and He wants to be our Lord, and our friend, and our teacher, and our guide, and our defender, and our healer, and our instructor. And these are all the things I talk about because that's what I'm interested in. So those are things that that are in some of my other videos. They're in future videos. Also, if you would either like or give a thumbs up, depending what platform, I think that still really helps to get the word spread out to other people. And, if it's on YouTube, subscribe to it and hit that bell icon. You'll get notified when a new video comes out. So you won't miss any of this excitement. It's just friends talking here. That's all it is. And, I may have some other friends hop on to some of these too. And we'll have a back and forth. But so far, I'm just trying to get some of my ideas recorded, for my kids and grandkids. Get some ideas out there for my brothers and sisters. And it is important to remember you're not alone. Now, I love being alone, but it's because I'm never really alone. So I'm sort of a lone wolf, but I also know God wants us to be social creatures, so to speak, and to help be, of service to others. This was always important to Jesus. It's important to me. I love helping people, and it's an honor to be of service and to make these videos to help lift people up is a true joy to me. So I'm going to keep doing this. As you can see, I'm a motor mouth. I have a lot of thinking and opinions, and I'm never short of advice for friends, and that comes from love. So you guys and girls, have a great day. Remember how well loved you are. And I'll be getting back soon. I have a couple of new poems, plus I want to read more of my old, well-polished poetry. There's some real good stuff that has to do with freedom and exploring the wilderness and seeing God's image in others and in His creations. And, just the beauty of a mountain stream. But that's good. I think we'll wrap this up. And I do appreciate you. And this is Andrew signing off from northern Maine. I call it God's country and also Trump country. We are patriots. We love freedom. We fought hard in the Civil War to free slaves and to keep our country together. And we're proud of that. And this is a whole another topic that I just thought of. How important freedom is. God bless you, give you strength, abundance, wisdom, and the kindness of a dove. We're all those things and so much more. We are children of God, creator of the universe. Each of us has a spark of the Almighty within us. Now, how cool is that? So go for a walk. Get out there. Go for a walk. Don't put a mask on when you're going for a walk. It's silly. Don't do it. Some of us haven't worn a mask all year, okay? Healthy, strong as an ox, strong as ox. Take care of your immune system. Walking does that. Great nutrition does that, okay? There it is, okay? It's my company. Don't boo and hiss. It's a great company. It's very good food. It's very good food. And we need more of that. And our immune systems need great food. Okay. There's another video, right? Wrap it up. See ya. Love ya. Bye.